Hi, Evelyn Leopold, correspondent at the United Nations down the hall from Parnas. Can you tell us more about your release, how you found out about it, and how it went? And also, what your crystal ball say about Mr. Zarif's proposal this morning in the General Assembly? Did you speak to him at all?
No,
or no?
he won't speak to me. I don't think he'll speak to me. I'm not getting Christmas cards from her or anything.
Neither am I. They sent New Year cards to every reporter at the UN except me.
I used to get them with his signature, and then that stopped, which is fine. It's okay. Save the stamp. What was the first part of the question? About my release. So about 10 days before I was released, my interrogators came to me and said that I was being released in a swap. And I didn't believe them, because they had told me so many conflicting things in the year and a half leading up to that. They told me that they were going to execute me. They told me I was going to spend the rest of my life in prison. They told me that I would have my limbs cut off. They told me that my wife and I would never see each other again. They also told me that you're going to be released within a matter of hours. You're going to be reunited with your wife. You're going to go back to your life here in Tehran as if nothing ever happened, right? So it was very hard to put any stock into what they had to say. But they explained the situation, and I told them, I said, if this is true, I have a scheduled family visit with my mother and my wife tomorrow. You're going to come back and tell us together everything that you just told me here. And they did that. So, and it was an incredible meeting. I read about it in the book, because my wife and my mom just were irate, And at one point, the lead interrogator says, we know that you don't think Jason's done anything wrong, and we're pretty convinced he hasn't done anything wrong either. But just think of this year and a half as if he was doing his military service, right? And,
I think they didn't say you were on vacation,
right?
A
Exactly.
retreat.
They said that earlier,
Yoga retreat.
Yeah, silent meditation.
Silent meditation. Solitary.
So it was obvious what they were trying to do. They were trying to do damage control before my release, and trying to kind of compel me to be quiet. And I was very quiet for a long time. It wasn't because anybody told me to. It was because I had an incredible story that I wanted to tell and wasn't ready to do it yet. But yeah, that was an interesting couple of weeks when I didn't get much rest, because I was so confused and just trying to read the tea leaves without much of a map to do so. I didn't see his comments at the assembly. I just saw him at Asia House this morning. What else did he say?
No, I just was curious. What's your crystal ball say about a prisoner exchange?
I mean, it will happen. When is the question? And, it's been 3 years since I was released. A couple of people that were, that are still in prison now were in prison when I was in prison. They weren't released with me. And I feel very terribly for their families and them that, it seems as though they've been mostly left behind for the last couple of years. And if a process can be kickstarted to bring them home, I think that would be great. I think what would be great following that is a way to deter Iran ever from taking hostages again. Because for whatever reason, they've been doing it for 40 years, and they haven't stopped. And as somebody who's been a victim of that, and knows the impact that it has on my whole family and extended relations, it's really incredibly destructive. And I think about this, and I talk about it sometimes. What they did to me was not personal, right? I fit a prescription of what they thought they needed. But the damage inflicted on my psyche and my family couldn't be more personal. Strange dichotomy, but it's very. It's just the ultimate in bullying behavior that nobody should ever have to